folks, and welcome back to Schedule 1. There has been a pretty substantial update to the game, and actually I don't think we're going to have the cash to do it, but we're going to quickly nip to the hardware store so that I can maybe show you some of the things. So there are these storage lockers which have quite a lot of storage. They potentially allow some improvements to efficiency for some things. The other thing is that we can now use air conditioning units to speed up or improve our drying of stuff, but we don't have a lot of cash in hand, so we need to do our deals to improve our cash in hand situation. So yeah, they start in a few hours. There's been a whole load of improvements to how the dealers behave. You'll see there's a change to the dealer menu. So that's all been changed. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes. There's a new one of the new mechanics is the dealers will occasionally text you to let you know that the Benzies are doing a deal, and you can try and intercept it, and that will affect their influence in an area. So that's kind of cool. One of the other things which has changed, and I'm loitering up here to see if we can see it, is I believe on this corner, the two peace officers which set up down here now look in both directions. So I assume that means, yeah. So one of them looks this way, one of them looks that way, which is bad. Because normally, obviously, we cut through there when we are going down there, and that's not so good. We don't like that change particularly. That's going to hamper things for us a little bit, I suspect. Yeah, not a big fan of that change personally. But we make do with what we can. Maybe it will mean that we will interact with peace officers a little bit more. And I don't know if, we could like hide in here away from the peace officers. I don't know if that's a thing. But anyway, we need to be doing our deals. I probably need to set up and have word with Mr. Phil. Benji. I'm not sure what we need particularly. I mean, we've got a pretty good stock of stuff. Of mushrooms and things. So we get this change in like the progress reading and stuff. So that's kind of cool. There's been some changes to the mixing stations. They're apparently bigger, so I should go check that hasn't messed up our build. But you can now set the threshold to 20, which is good. And it's the Rosas. Leg it. Oh, damn it. Well, that's messed up my plans, hasn't it? Yeah, you can set the threshold to 20. The other thing that we can do... Gee, sir, ma'am. Yep. So I think basically there's been a bunch of changes to help us improve the streamlining and efficiency of things, which is good, but that probably means we need to have a look through and check everything's working well now. So you can put AC units in front of the drying racks, which speeds those up by, I think it was 50%. So yeah, a bunch of things that we can do to make things more efficient, which is good. What it might mean is we can just kind of reduce the intensity that we're producing at. If we can produce stuff more efficiently, it's kind of my thought. But I guess we'll see as one of our dealers. So let's get to dealing. I guess let's just answer this damn phone again. I'm not sure if we're actually carrying enough. Another change, so it tells us the quality that they are expecting. There's some more stuff that we can look at in the phone as well. So yeah, whole load of new information available to us as a dealer to make our lives easier and better. Don't care about quality, but so for example, if we go into contacts and we click on one of them, it tells us their total weekly spend, their most purchased product. So that's kind of cool, you know. So we're going to have to cross a bit further away, just to avoid the Rosas. And then we can drop down here and carry on as normal, I suppose. We've got a few customers here. Eugene, you want Granddaddy Diamond. So there you go. Bruce, what are you after? Meh. There you go, sir. Yep, we can service that as well. Backpack, bit more of that. Job's good. Could we go up the stairs, please? Thanking you. Out to the far delivery point. So I guess the intent will be to unlock the next area at some point. But really the intent is just to keep playing and having fun. If you don't care about quality, we'll give you poor quality. Yep, business sense there. So if you are potentially one of the few people that just watches, I don't know if there's anyone that just watches these videos and none of my other content. Life is very busy at the moment, folks. So these videos are maybe somewhat intermittent. I'm not sure how I did with my plan of doing. I think I'm only aiming for 2 videos a week on here at the moment. So I may have hit that, I may not. Things are kind of crazy at the moment out in the real world. So yeah. But yeah, one of the many changes are our own dealers will now try and get to deals quicker. They will try and plan their deals more efficiently. So they will try and spread them out throughout the day, which is good. So rather than cramming them all in the first available slot, they'll try and spread them out to 2 per slot and then kind of less dense around that. Which is kind of good, I think. We're going to hang fire on that deal because I think we might have to deal with the Rosas. Before we can do that, and because of the new distribution of the Rosas, we're going to run around the back here. Hope that this is far enough away. Haha, you can't see me. Yeah. Now we've got a whole load of money in the laundering, in the laundrette. Wow, they do have much better coverage now. I do not like that change, Tyler. So Tyler now has an extra dev working with him, which is one of the reasons I think that he's been able to do so much, because he's now not a single person working on developing the game, which is kind of cool, you know. I'm giving you the wrong product. There we go. That would help, wouldn't it? Give the customer what they want. the customer is not always right. Because that's not all of that saying. I find it kind of funny that when people quote that, but they only quote a fraction of it, because it's in matters of taste and something else, I think. I don't remember the whole saying, but it's not just the customer is always right. And in our world, the customer is definitely not always right. Because, you know, it's drug dealing, so they're far from always right. See if we can grab some cash off of young Molly. Yep, I'll take that 4 grand, please, ma'am. You're still relatively well stocked as well. So we do need to deal with the last deal. We have options. That makes us sneaky, which is an option we could try. Which I might try, actually. Because we haven't tried the sneaky in a while, we need 4 Granddaddy Diamond. So, do we have that? We do not. We should at least make sure we take enough to complete the deal with us. That would be smart. Taking sufficient product for your customers is sound strategy. There we go. And just taking enough is sound strategy because we can drop it in one hit. Let's grab one of them. Save it until we're a little bit closer. So we have maximum. And effect is not time-based, apart from it running out. So, yeah. Let's take a hit on that outside of the cop station. Make us faster and sneakier. Are we sneaky enough? Enough? No. Okay, so I guess the alternative plan is to run the Rozzers around a bit. Quickly try and... No. Jesse doesn't want to deal with this while we're wanted. Okay. Come on, Mr. Policeman. Chase me, chase me. Right. Let's see if we can run away from them. And I think we've lost them. Because we're losing our wanted level at least. So can I now... Yes. Job's good. And let's run away again. Let's hide. I mean, that's kind of a lot of excess work for that. But anyway. Oh. We jumped a bit far. And let's go to sleep. Oh, we can't sleep while we're athletic. Okay. Well then, let's athletically jar some of that. Shall we? Maybe we can do super speed jarring of stuff. or hopefully it'll wear off because the glare is a little bit much. Because it also essentially gives you a torch effect. Suppose what we could also do is grab all of our empty jars and run those down to the bungalow while we have super speed and super jumps. And then when it wears off, we'll go and go sleep. You know, that'll work. That'll work too. Always recycle your jars, folks. No space there. Oh, yay, my neighbours are playing their shit music. So, hopefully that's not coming through on the mic, and that means when I finish playing this, I'll be turning my music up. I don't think it will be loud enough to. Right, let's sleep. And see what the morning brings, shall we? Shot caller 3. And more deals. See if we can make a little bit more money, shall we? And I guess while we wait for that, we could just deposit a whole load of cash. And that'll let us go buy those AC units we want. Because we want AC units for I'm trying to think, all of the drying, so quite a few AC units. So let's go for 6. There we go. And the laundering is kicking in, which is cool. So, yeah. I think 1 will probably cover this. Might not. It might not. I guess because we're having to counter the cooling effect of the other one. So, and we probably don't actually want to stick a heat there. So maybe we just heat this one. And we've got so many shrooms, I'm going to just let them run out for a bit because not that many people are interested in those. But let's go down to the bungalow now and check on that. And make some adjustments. Yep. Then we will we'll do it a little bit more. And do a bit of refinement down here, and then that might be it, folks. So, yeah. I wonder if... can I rotate those? I don't seem to be able to, but I'm just going to stick that. Where can I put that? I kind of want to... Can I move? That one's not being used, is it? I don't think it was. Only got 4 staff here? Yeah, we've only got 4 staff here. So that one wasn't being used. So let's do that. And then we can do that. And I think that will be doing that. 9. Threshold of 20. Which is new, I believe. But we're going to set the threshold so that we actually get full sets of dry stuff, because that was kind of annoying before, that you'd get like partial lots of stuff. How are we doing over here? Oh, that's got an 8 in it. Okay. That was annoying. So, hopefully we can clear that out. What we can do now is bang that threshold up to 20, and hopefully now with the thresholds set to 20 and all of those be, that's a 4, let's get rid of that. Hopefully yeah, and I guess the problem is that we're going to get that with them growing stuff, and I suppose they're just going to sit and wait until they've got 20. So let's push that through, and that should unlock that. Let's take those. Come on, out the way, folks. Out the way. Stick that on there. Oh, there isn't space. Okay. Well, I screwed up, didn't I? That can go on there for now, because then we can do deliveries. Bungalow, they've already reordered that. Awesome. That's all doing its thing, which is cool. They've got a reasonable amount of supplies there. This guy's doing his thing. How are they doing for wages? Yep, they seem to be okay. So let's take that. So you could do with some more. You're all okay. Cool. And we can stick that on a shelf. Yeah. Right. Let's head off. Sounds like my neighbour's partaking today. Right, let's head off to the warehouse. And we'll get some heaters put down over there. And then I do think that will be it, folks, because the noise is annoying me. Finding it hard to concentrate. So apologies if this is a very short video. When I look, I will carry on afterwards. But yeah, finding it hard to concentrate with the noise in the background. So let's drop these off and I'll check how long we've been going. Yeah, that is kind of short. It's kind of short. But I'm wondering actually if I don't think these are being hit by the heaters. But I think what we need to do at the very least is get our thresholds set on these. That seems like a good idea. We are out of coca seeds. There's your problem. There's your problem. I've got a nice stack of blocks there. Well, six blocks, but we need more seeds. So, yeah, we'll do you for that, Lucy. Sounded wrong. Salvador. Let's drop those. No. Let's drop those there. Salvador, we need to meet up, sir. West construction site. Of course you went for the West construction site. Could you have gone for somewhere further away? Right. Oh, the Rozzers were out, weren't they? So let's go around this way. Yeah, I think we might actually be getting the benefit from the heaters we've put out anyway on those drying racks. So maybe that's why we've burnt through all those seeds so quickly. Question mark. We certainly seem to have produced more much quicker, which is cool. That's a big order, ma'am. That's a big order. But yeah, we'll get all this set up and then we'll call it a day because we'll have done about a day in game. So yeah, sorry folks, but next door neighbor is really getting on my what those two are up to. Let's go for 30 actually. Try and really keep stuff going. Yeah. We'll get these delivered, get them going again, and that's going to be it, I'm afraid. The whole noise sensitivity thing really frustrates me actually because it makes life so complicated. Like not just in this situation, but like if you come home from work after a long day and you're really tired, and I find that makes me much more sensitive to noise, and then you want to spend time with your family, but you're super noise sensitive at that point, and I tend to just actually want to put in my noise cancelling headphones and block the world out, and that's really not a good situation because you want to spend time and enjoy time with your family, but your brain doesn't. Your brain wants the world to go away, and I saw some stuff on Instagram from a so-called politician talking about kids going to school who have to have ear defenders on because the world is too noisy. Well, that's not how he put it, but that's how I understand it. And like there are days when I'm at work where I have my noise cancelling headphones on because the world is too noisy, and there are times when I wish when I was at school I could have done such a thing. The world is often far too loud, and I don't think people get that sometimes. Really don't. But yeah, and I think the thing that people don't get with that is I'm now going to go and blast incredibly loud music into my ears. Incredibly loud, angry music into my ears, which seems counterintuitive to me saying that the world is too loud. And my family, some of the members of my family certainly don't get that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it's a short one, but it feels like we haven't done very much. Thanks to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. I'll see you next time.